As you probably know, we're constantly adding new product to the Martini Works website, and a brand that we actually just onboarded was none other than AEM. Now, AEM's been a brand that's been around since the late 80s, and since then has evolved into making a bunch of different performance stuff, from standalone engine management systems, gauges, and even intakes. And with them added to the site, we wanted to get an intake in-house just to see what they're all about. So welcome to Martini Works Unboxed. We're gonna be taking a look at an AEM intake system here today to see what it's all about. We're gonna go ahead and get everything out of the box here. We got our filter itself. We got some actual like kind of sealant stuff for the intake box, which we'll take a look at in just a second. Our intake pipe, and then we have the intake box, which is gonna keep everything nice and separate from all of the heat in the engine bay. There's a ton of paper in here that we're trying to get around. There we are. Looks like we got the hardware and couplings and stuff in there. And then, do we get any goodies? Looks like we got some heat absorbent material. License plate cover, classic. And of course, the good old sticker. So, with everything out of the box, let's go ahead and see what we all got going on here. So this intake specifically is for the first gen Subaru BRZ FRS Toyota 86, whatever you want to classify that as. Super popular intake for those platforms, and one that we've seen people pick up quite often from different brands. So you might be noticing this looks pretty similar to a lot of those other designs. It's because it's just a design that works really well for those cars. So pretty simple. We got the box, we got the intake pipe, couplers, some stuff to seal everything in once the hood is closed. And then we have our filter here. So let's go ahead and get this out of the box. There it should be. Got more stickers, and then we have our worm gear for that as well. Alrighty, so first thing that we're gonna talk about is the intake tube itself. So right here we have a nicely painted, like super metallic, like gunmetal gray intake tube here. Looks overall pretty decent. Looks like we got a little bit of like mangledness on the tip here, not gonna lie. I don't know if that might have been from shipping or if that is a manufacturer error, but we'll look into that. But overall, looking pretty solid, really straightforward. You just got a 90-degree bend on there. We do have, of course, the spot for the O2 sensor housing, which you're going to put the stock O2 sensor into. We do have some hardware, it looks like, for that as well, to freshen up the hardware and to make sure it mounts into there. And then, of course, I think this is for the sound symposer or something like that on the FRS BRZs. They have the thing that like goes into like a sound box and makes like cabin noise and stuff like that. A lot of people delete this, so I think you could modify that if you want to, but that is what that is going to be for. Now, when it comes to the filter for this, we have, of course, our filter right here. This is going to be what is known as a non-woven synthetic type filter. So one of the difference between this filter and some of the other intake systems out there is that if you go with like a K&N or something like that, they advertise as a reusable, washable filter that you can run for a long, long time. Now, these are what are known as a dry filter. So these are non-oiled filters. You do not oil these. The dry ones typically don't require as much maintenance. You can typically kind of like clean them, blow them out a little bit, but if you want to replace them, typically it's a lot easier just to replace it than trying to go through and cleaning it and oiling it. Something like a K&N, for instance, you can clean them, wash them, do whatever you need to do, re-oil them, and they're going to be good to go for the next amount of service. But these ones keep things really easy. If you are a fan of dry systems or an oiled system, it's truly up to you. Honestly, it just depends on a matter of what type of maintenance you want to do for your intake system. So if you want to set and forget it and just wait for this to essentially need to be replaced, by all means, absolutely go for it. Keeps things a little bit more simple. Now, when it comes to the intake box itself, or the filter box, the sole purpose of this is to keep as much heat away from the filter itself, to keep hot air away from getting into the intake itself, because the whole purpose of opening up something like an intake system is to hopefully be able to pull a bit cooler air and more air to get more performance out of the vehicle. And when you stick an exposed filter like this just right inside of an engine bay, things get really hot and pretty quick. So something like this, especially if you are putting the heat material or kind of like a heat wrap around it, keeps as much heat away as possible. This is a nice metal container. Sometimes you have plastic ones, but they decided to go with this nice metal one. Now you'll also notice this guy here. Now this is like my biggest pet peeve when it comes to aftermarket intakes of today. They include this like really nice manufactured box, and then they throw like this freaking like weather stripping garage door shit in the box to like kind of do it, and it's not cut to the right size that it needs to be. It never corners well because you have to like cut this out. This is all metal and it bunches up and then it sticks up and it looks all goofy. And like this, I don't like this. I don't like. I've never been a fan of this, and for some reason the FRS and like BRZ intakes are plagued by like this design. It is what it is. It works, but I think it could be done better. If you do like a fully enclosed box, some of the intakes and stuff like that have a fully enclosed box that you don't have to worry about something like this. I think this is truly just meant to kind of create more of a seal when the hood is closed. It's just kind of a janky system in my opinion. Now when it comes to our hardware itself, we of course get some mounting brackets for the box so it can mount to the actual chassis of the car. We have stainless steel worm gears for everything. And then of course we have the couplers itself to mount to the actual engine. And then we have this one that's already kind of built into the intake. Everything goes together really quick and easy. Overall, the system itself is super simple. You can install one of these intakes in a matter of probably like half hour, honestly. It's really quick, it's right there. Everything is where it needs to be, bolts up, very minimal parts, really simple install to do. So now what's the benefit of going with an aftermarket intake? Well, of course, obviously you want to open up a little bit more air to the engine, get more power. On turbocharged platforms, this works really, really well. You get a ton of induction noise, you get a little bit more turbo noise, and of course feeding more air into the turbo works really, really well. On naturally aspirated platforms, you still get a ton of induction noise, actually probably a bit more. You get kind of that like growl a little bit. We'll play some clips here if we can find some of this intake installed on some cars. But for naturally aspirated platforms, you're not getting a ton of performance gains like you would with a turbocharged platform. They estimate right around 7 horsepower gain with an intake like this. And I would that's paired with some sort of tune, which I'd highly recommend anytime you do any sort of like exhaust or intake work, especially on a naturally aspirated car, because not only are you getting the most out of your performance parts, it's just kind of better overall. You're pulling a lot more air in, you're pulling a lot more air out. It's just a good idea to get a tune for those cars. Now, one very important thing about this intake system, specifically the one for the FRS and the BRZ from AEM, this is a CARB legal intake. So for those of you living in California or anywhere with laws like that, this does pass those emissions laws. So you should be able to purchase this and run this on your car. It does have everything that it needs to get past those laws and things like that. So no worries there. If you are living in one of those states and you're looking for performance parts, I know it gets a little bit tricky. This is one that you can keep on your radar. So AEM, like I said, is now available at Martini Works with systems just like this. If you need help picking out something for your car or have any questions on anything, make sure to reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help.